Missoula County Public Schools Stadium on the campus of Big Sky High School. The Helena High Bengals 21, the Sentinel Spartans 17 after tonight's game. Kempson Cross along with Cole Johnson. And this was a very competitive game right down to the very end.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was interesting just because Helena High was building an early lead. They were up 14-3. They were running the ball with authority. They looked in control of the game in the first half, but Missoula Sentinel's defense really stepped up to the challenge, made some big stops in the end. Reynolds caught a touchdown in the third quarter. They were able to get it tied up, but some big runs by Van Horsen really late in the second half solidified it. There was a fumble in the fourth quarter, and it looked like Sentinel had a chance to win the game at the end, but Helena High's defense, very stout. Chase Benson coming up big for the D-line. They were really coming after Mitch Roberts tonight.
Yeah, just a brief game recap. I apologize, I'm going to be reading off a piece of paper here. Touchdown from Jackson Thenis opened the scoring for Helena High, 7-0. And then Gabe Peppinger had a field goal to make it 7-3. Van Horsen, we talked about him, how big of a night he had. We'll get to that later. He had a touchdown as well, makes it 14-3, and then it's 14-6 after a Peppinger touchdown off of a tip drill interception by the opportunistic Spartans defense. How did you feel about this game going into half?
I mean, I think they had a chance. It was 14-6. I mean, they were only down by the touchdown, the two-point conversion, which they were able to get in the third quarter. I think for Sentinel, it just after Ramos went out and he got hurt, it was just kind of a matter of time where they were going to have to throw the football. And they were able to do it in some spurts, but at the same time, the defense for Helena High was just so aggressive. They were getting to the ball so quickly that, I mean, it was going to be difficult for Mitch Roberts to really get into any sort of like consistent flow, even though they were able to tie it up. But you got to credit Helena High. They ran the ball lights out. Van Horsen had 170 yards rushing today.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say?
And they were able to tie it up. Like you said, with the Roberts to Reynolds connection for another touchdown, it's been good all season for the Sentinel Spartans, and they tied it up at 14 with a two-point conversion as well. And then Helena responded. They went down, drove the length of the field, 21-14 after a touchdown.
Found their tight end.
Yep, by Taylor England on a 10-yard throwback screen to the tight end. And then another field goal by Peppinger got Sentinel within 4, but that's the closest they would get.
Yeah, I mean, again, they had the chance at the end, but I mean, Helena's defense just came after them. This was a well-fought game. I mean, it was very close. You know, Helena High is just one of those teams. They are kind of one of the powerhouses of the AA league here in the state of Montana. They improved to 3-1 on the season. Missoula Sentinel 2-2. They're playing Skyview next week. Just try and get a victory there, get back on the winning track. But you got to give Helena High a lot of credit. A lot of good athletes, a lot of good seniors that really just played well today. Van
Horsen rode to victory with Helena High on
32 carries.
32 carries, that's right, 170 yards, and that aforementioned touchdown. And besides the 2 picks, Mitch Roberts wasn't bad, 234 yards, 21 of 41, and also had a passing touchdown.
Now, he was pretty good tonight. He missed a couple throws down the sideline where he had some chances, kind of had a few overthrows, but I mean, other than that, I mean, efficiency-wise, he found Reynolds on the sidelines quite often. Had a touchdown pass to him, 35-yard TD, 40-yard TD. To be exact, but overall, great game played, very close, came down to the very end, and Helena High pulled it out.
It was a good game, and Helena will return home next week as they move to 3-1, and they will host Great Falls High. We'll be back here with Spartan TV out here at Missoula County Public Schools in Missoula, Montana, as Billings Skyview will come to town to take on the Sentinel Spartans, who are 2-2 now. But as long as they clean up a few things, and some of them are the same things we saw last week, but you know, you just keep improving throughout the year. That's the goal. And
yeah,
you think we can do that?
Yeah, Missoula Sentinel started 0-3 last season, and they're 2-2 right now. So they're definitely improving. You know, and I feel like they have a great chance to make the playoffs and make a push. You know, things to clean up, just more efficient on offense. I mean, the tempo with the running game wasn't quite there. They had to throw it more, but hopefully they can get back on track of just running more of a high-tempo offense and can consistently move the ball a little bit more.
Helena High Bengals 21, Missoula Sentinel Spartans 17, the final score tonight. We appreciate you joining us. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we will see you next week on Spartan TV. Y'all come back.